Luka turns immediately, see his eyes look up the floor, and then this is put perfectly to.
Yo, welcome to Stogies and Hoops. It's your boy Renz. Luka and LeBron connecting. Oh, they going to the championship. That's what they saying out in LA. Because they going to them dispensaries is what they doing in LA. I'm here to tell you right now, there is a possibility that the Los Angeles Lakers may make it to the Western Conference Final and even the NBA championship this year. But the possibility of them winning the championship is far, far and remote. I'm here telling you right now that there's absolutely no way the LA Lakers will make it and win the NBA championship this year. I know that that's what y'all want to hear out in LA. It's not happening. But I'm going to tell you what this trade was really about. But first, let me explain why they ain't going to make it to the championship. You see, many people in LA are so excited about this Luka Doncic and LeBron James connection, but this Luka Doncic and LeBron James connection is merely a trade for LA's future. It is not a trade for LA's right now. What, they replaced AD with Alex Len because Williams came in and his knees looked like Kenny Smith? You think that Alex Len is going to be that big man that helps you get to the championship? It's not going to happen. No disrespect to Alex Len, but he's a journeyman. And he's not so great that he's going to make the LA Lakers championship contenders. Now, I know the West is deemed to be the tougher side of the fence. But let's be honest. When it comes to the championship, the West is lacking what the East has. And the East is going to win the championship. You see, the Lakers still are going to have to go through Dallas if AD can stay healthy. That's a remote possibility. The Lakers are going to have to go through Denver. And in a half-court 7-game series, Denver's not going to fall like they did against Minnesota. The other team that they have to deal with, teams I should say, is the Memphis Grizzlies and the OKC Thunder. Yeah, they look good. They look good. The only problem with those two teams is that if Ja Morant does not show up and show out, if SGA does not show up and show out, those two teams are not going to beat the LA Lakers. They're just too young, too inexperienced, and they don't have the depth to do it. LeBron and Luka in a 7-game series with the rest in between, they can beat those two teams. The problem happens that if they were to make it to the NBA Finals this year, you got to deal with Cleveland. You got to deal with Boston. And to a lesser degree, you got to deal with New York. Any of those three teams will give the Lakers fits. Yeah, LeBron, Luka, they're going to look great. But the problem is the supporting cast. The problem is the ability for the rest of the team. You got Austin Reeves, but Austin Reeves is not really going to be that guy that takes you over the top. New York, starting 5, any one of those guys can go off. And we know 2 of them are going to go off. We know that that's going to happen. And there's no answer for them. What, you think Alex Len or any of them can handle Big Cat if Big Cat is playing? Nah. Jalen, when he's balling, and he always ball, you think they can play defense against him? Luka will lose. Luka will lose every time. So, of course, New York presents a problem with them in a 7-game series. But the two biggest problems come from Cleveland or Boston. Not only can anyone in the starting 5 take over the game and dominate, but the biggest problem is the bench play. Now that Cleveland has Okoro and Hunter, or Max Strug, depending upon how they play that out, coming off the bench, it's a done deal. Cleveland's going to win in a 7-game series because that shortened bench for each team, Cleveland has a better shortened bench. And Boston, the only way, you better hope that Drew Holiday hurt. You better hope that JT hurt, that Brown hurt, that Porzingis is hurt, that Pritchard is hurt. There's too many coming off the bench, too much of a supporting cast that can come off and give you 20. So that trade was not for a championship this year. That trade was for the future. That trade was to build a team around Luka, and hopefully within 3 to 4 years, they are actually true championship contenders. They're going to have to come off of LeBron's money to be able to bring in a supporting cast that could actually help Luka win a championship. He's not winning a championship with LeBron. LeBron will either retire or LeBron will wait for Bryce to enter the NBA, to which he probably will, get him set up, and then retire. His legacy is already solid. His legacy is already sealed. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. So LeBron, although he desires to win a championship, is not number one on his list. His sons is number one on his list. And I doubt very highly that they'll win a championship with LeBron and Luka, especially not this year. It's just not going to happen. So, LA fans, go to the dispensary. Get excited, get mellow, and get ready for the next 3 years before you actually have an opportunity to win a championship. You heard it right here on Stogies and Hoops. So let's all keep it smoking.